When somebody comes and asks a question about side chicks, why is it always so negative? And why is it like, oh, you guys are wrong or whatever? That man doesn't love you. That man's not going to leave his wife.
There's an argument that sometimes a side chick get the best of the man.
And I do.
Okay. Oh, my God. Are you a proud side chick?
I want you to be really honest.
Okay.
Are you her husband?
Absolutely.
Do you believe in God?
I do.
Oh, okay. There's a difference in believing in God and fearing God. I don't think that you fear God, because I don't think you understand the conviction that's being a person who is the person who is stepping into somebody's marriage. God does not approve of that. If you read that word, if you take in your daily bread, there will be a conviction. You think that this is just a book that works for you whenever you want it to work for you. That's not how it goes, baby. So for you to be able to say that you believe in God right now, that's the reason. If y'all really want to know why I'm passionate about this conversation, that's the reason. Because in my walk, I fear God. So every behavior that I have reflects on the godly principles and my fear of God. So I am never going to get up to no mic and say that I knowingly have stepped into somebody else's marriage, and I am okay with that. If the shoe was on the other foot, I guarantee you if the shoe was on the other foot. You talking about this woman doesn't approve of that. You causing pain to that woman as well. We as brothers and sisters of Christ, we are not supposed to be causing intentional pain on somebody else. So I challenge you, since you got up to this mic to try to challenge your girl Kitty. I challenge you, okay? Because now you finna see 6'5" Grove side. I challenge you, honey. I challenge you. Maybe you need to fast so you can get that spiritual demon off of you.
Let's be honest for a second. If you have ever been told, I'm married but unhappy, or I'm leaving her soon, then this video is for you. Hi there, welcome back to Unfiltered for You Stories. Today we have a very interesting episode, and it's about women who date married men. So with me are a few clips from TikTok of women sharing some of the challenges involved in dating married men. Some of them are side chicks, or they have ever been side chicks. So we are going to watch these clips. At the same time, we shall learn something from them, especially the young ladies out there who may find themselves being caught up in such relationships. We are going to watch them, then we shall react. So without wasting much time, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, or if it is your first time here, and let's get started.
Okay, let's talk about it. For the girls who sleep with married men and think they winning something, let me put y'all on game real quick. Miss, oh, he ain't happy at home. Oh, he only there for the kids. Oh, he really hate her. Oh, he finna divorce her. Girl, how stupid could you be? This is the same man who's still going home to his wife, still taking family vacations while you still at home at nighttime on your lonely cold pillow by yourself crying because you thought shit was gonna be sweet. No, same females be like, oh, it's okay as long as he give me my hush money at the end of the day, girl. It's just ain't no way you could be that motherfucker. That ain't no flex, baby. Your community service. Let me really put y'all on game. Let me put y'all in the Bible. Because y'all be too busy trying to prove points to a woman that y'all be forgetting that at the end of the day, the only person y'all gonna be judged by is the one up there. You feel what I'm saying? You are not that man's peace. You are that man's escape. That man trying to escape reality. That man's gonna escape the woman that holds him accountable. It's never a flex. Believe me, the wife is on top of everything. Don't let them know what's going on. Y'all be trying to nitpick. You thinking that he love you. Girl, that man do not love you. That man love what he can get away with. Let me go back a little bit. Let me clear my throat. Let me tell you what a man does for a woman that he loves. Everything. I'm just saying, the only thing that y'all are is convenient. Please do not ever think you a prize to a man who already got a wife. Like, you should love yourself more than that, for real, sis.
One of the things that lives rent-free in my mind is something that an ex-friend of mine that became a side chick, and I had to cut her loose. I've talked about this before, but something she told me. And what she told me is that one time, you know, she goes and sees the guy, the married man, in a hotel. And she proceeds to tell me how for an hour, this man talked to his wife on the phone. And I said, for an hour? And you were sitting there? And she goes, oh yeah, you know, I already know, I gotta be quiet. So in my mind, I'm like, what? Like, you're okay with this? And then you're participating and doing your part by being quiet. And then I said, for a full hour? And she was like, yeah, almost like an hour they were on the phone. I said, well, what were they talking about? And he was like, just regular shit, bills, about the kids, you know, plans that they have coming up. And I was like, damn. And I was like, where does she think he was? And she was like, she knew that he was in a hotel, but it was on a trip that he was going away, something he was doing. So she knew that he was in a hotel. She just didn't know it was with another woman sitting right there listening to the whole thing. So then she even threw in there, she goes, yeah, I mean, when they got off the phone, before they got off the phone, the wife goes, okay, honey, love you. And he said, I love you back. I said, you sat there and listened to that shit and them telling each other that they love each other? And she was like, yeah. Mind you, how many times are these men doing this? How many times are these other women, the side chicks, okay with being there, participating, doing their part by being quiet and listening to that man tell the wife or the girlfriend or the fiance, oh, I love you, honey, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And they're okay with that. That is the most disgusting shit. The most disgusting shit I can think of. Just one of them anyway. But that's one of the things that just lives rent-free in my mind. Like, this is what these bitches do.
Ladies, stay away from married men. Especially if you think you're in love with a married man. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but that is not you that's in love with a married man. That is the spirit of Jezebel that's living in you to fall in love with a married man, to cause a relationship to crumble. Especially if this man is married to a woman who stays on her knees praying. Stay away, because you're putting curse into your own self. You're putting curse into your life. You're wondering why your life is delayed. You're putting curse into your future by sleeping with a married man. Because I'm telling you, a married man has a covenant with God. A married man has a covenant with his wife. And you go and try to ruin that relationship. What you're doing is you're trying to ruin a covenant that was made from God. This is why I tell ladies that are married, stay on your knees praying. It's not because you're married you think everything is all good. Stay on your knees praying.
So I just saw this video of this guy basically telling women, y'all don't understand how dangerous a married man really is, right? He went on to say, when you're dealing with a married man and you're a side piece, if that married man felt like you're trying to take everything from him or expose him to his wife or whatever the case may be, he might lose everything. He will unalive you. Tell me why it was so many goofy bitches in the comments talking about some, okay, and you need to put this on his FYP, not mine. Okay, married people need to learn how to take their vows serious. Sometimes you just want to talk so fucking much to the point where you just intentionally miss the message. Like, you're not listening. Yes, we know all married people should take their vows seriously. But girl, as a side piece or as a woman on the side that's messing around with a married man, if you pull that whole, oh, I'm pregnant and I'm not getting rid of the baby, or I'm gonna tell your wife, or you're playing a fucking dangerous game. Because once he feel like he have nothing else to lose, he will unalive you right there on the spot. And then we keep yelling out, you know, black femicide. It's real. It's too many emotional dudes walking around here that's unstable, that will unalive you for nothing. Let you start talking about some, you gonna take everything from him. I see it all the time with these stories on TikToks, on Snap, on the ID channel. It's real. He only was just trying to put y'all up on game saying, first of all, if a man cheating on his wife, that lets you know what you're getting into in the first place. But let you start trying to take everything from him. Watch how that sad snap in him, and you gonna be like, what the? Baby, you gonna be on somebody's t-shirt talking about some RIP. Stop trying to always fucking argue and listen. Leave these married dudes alone. I get it. It was a time where everybody was young and dumb doing stupid shit. Yeah. But baby, it's a lot of people out here that it has really cost them their life. That's like playing Russian roulette. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
Let me tell you, ain't nothing more dangerous than dealing with a married man who's out here living a fake life, because he will do anything he has to do to maintain it. He has no regard for your heart. He will discard you. He will discard your child. Some of them will unalive you. Let me tell you, there was an MPD police officer who was having an affair with a young girl. Found out the girl got pregnant. I guess that's when she found out he was married. He wanted her to go to the clinic. She refused. She was like, I'm taking you for child support, because he didn't want to help her with the baby. The morning that they were supposed to go to child support, he came to her house to talk to her. Well, he ended up unaliving her and the 1-year-old child right there in the parking lot. And he was a whole police officer, but he was married and had a 12-year-old daughter that I'll never forget. They said he brought the daughter to school every day. And he basically didn't want his daughter to find out that he had created this whole other life with this woman outside of their family. and he unalived her and the child. You understand? Mind you, he was willing to sacrifice it all before this, though. He was willing to cheat on his wife. He was willing to betray his daughter to deal with this woman. But as soon as it came out, the fake life was revealed, she wasn't worth anything to him. And that's why I say these men are demonic. Because they literally will lay up with women for years, months, be with their family, friends, children. And when that truth gets dropped, it's over. They will act like they never knew you. And even for the married women, you better beware of these men. Because if a man can fake, can be a counterfeit to where he can play these roles, that's some scary shit. It's demonic. The devil is a master counterfeit. And these men that play these can smile in your face and go smile in another woman's face, put his mouth all on this woman, come and put his mouth on you. You know, there are men out here that sleep with their wives in the morning, and by the evening they sleeping with another woman. That's a demonic ass man. And all of us better watch out for him.
Let's go ahead and talk about how karma always spins the block. Back in 2016, my long-term boyfriend and I was having a rough patch. He was moving real funny. He wasn't communicating. He was just being very difficult. So for Valentine's Day, he didn't even bother doing a sweet romantic gesture. He literally just got me a chicken fingers plate from Zaxby's. I didn't even get extra Zax sauce. I got fed up and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna look through his iPad. Looked through his iPad and I seen everything that I needed to see. This girl named Kay decided to get real cozy with each other. I've seen the messages, I've seen the pictures, and quite honestly, I saw the receipt from Valentine's Day. He got this girl edible arrangements. Meanwhile, I had chicken. To make matters worse, Kay knew that him and I were in a committed relationship. She knew that we were living together, and she still decided to continue to entertain this man and be wined and dined by this man and do other things with this man. So obviously the boyfriend and I, we broke up. Now 5 years later, here's where the karma kicks in. I'm minding my business. I'm drinking water. I'm traveling. I'm posting on all my social medias. And of course, I get some DMs and stuff. And there's this one guy, fine. And before I start really entertaining him, I decide, you know what, let me go on his page. Let me check him out a little bit more. This man has a girlfriend. And not just any girlfriend. His girl is Kay. Now mind you, this man has been deep in my DMs. He lives in Dallas. He's been trying to get me to move out to Dallas, and I can go on and on. But ain't it funny how the universe is set up? It just goes to show you, karma isn't just going to hit the person who cheated in your relationship. It's also going to play a huge part with the person who was doing wrong as well. So I just thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny how she sat up here and was messing with my dude, and now her nigga is deep in my DMs. Now I'm not gonna do it because I know how the universe is set up. Because if I sit up here and I know that she's in a committed relationship with this man, and I start to play on him, and I could do some dirty stuff too, it's just gonna come back around and hit me. I'm not that kind of person, but man. So yeah, I'm just gonna let karma continue playing itself out. Because one day it's going to be revealed to Kay of everything that she needs to see. And so when that day comes and she goes in her nigga phone and she see that he has been hitting me up for the past year and a half of their 3-year relationship, yeah, baby, I hope your chest cave in. Y'all better learn not to stop playing.
Y'all, I'm going to tell you the story about how I got my heart broken in a major way on New Year's Eve. Now, I'm telling you this story because there's so many of you that are stuck in a relationship with a man who's unavailable. He's either physically unavailable because he's married, emotionally unavailable, or he's just plain not wanting you and he's unavailable. And so there was a time when I was so in love with this, let's just say, gray-eyed DJ. If you read my book, then you know the story and you're very familiar with it. Now, I fell in love with this DJ, but here's the deal. When I asked him if he was married, he said no. We went out on a date. We went and played golf. And then while we were playing golf, I was like asking him more questions. So I wanted to know, like, do you have any kids? Do you, like, were you in a relationship? And he was like very close-lipped, right? So after the date, I felt something in my spirit didn't feel right. And then I looked him up. And at that time, MySpace was around, discovered that this man was a whole married man. So when he called me next time, I was like, yeah, you said you weren't married, but I discovered that you were married. And I have nothing to say to you. Take care of your situation and then maybe we can talk. And he was like, no, I did take care of my situation. Like, we are in the process of divorce now. I live in a whole different place. We are separated. And y'all, I was so young and dumb. I believed the same thing that so many women who are stuck in relationships with married men believe. I'm getting a divorce. I am not with her anymore. She treats me like crap. She cheated on me. She does this with my kids. Now, he didn't have any kids at the time, but it was all these things that made me feel like, oh my God, like this is a jacked up situation for you. I get it. I went through a divorce, so I understand what it's like to be separated and get ready to go through a divorce. And then when he took me to his place, he had like his whole place, I thought. So the more I'm dating him, the more I'm falling for him. And then the shoe drops. I find out that he went back to living with his wife. And then for about 7 months, because my heart and my emotions was in it, it was like almost like I was addicted to him, if that made any sense. It's like the more I shame myself for being in the situation, because, I'm smart, I'm educated, I'm attractive, I have all these things going for me. How did I get myself in this situation? I am one of those women that I have judged. This is the reason why, ladies, just never judge anybody. I get it. There's some women who they intentionally go after married men. And a lot of times those women have experienced sexual violations. A lot of them have serious emotional, mental issues and traumas. Okay. So I try not to judge anybody, but encourage them to work on healing themselves. But I felt so hard for this man that I believed what he was saying. I'm leaving. I'm working on the situation. So just the day when I decided that I was going to walk away, I was done. And this was probably about July of that whole saga. We started dating, I want to say January. By July, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm not doing this. This doesn't feel right. And he said, please don't leave me. She's pregnant. And I'm like, she's pregnant? Yeah, she's carrying another man's baby. She cheated on me and the baby is not mine. That's terrible. I can't believe a woman would do something like that. I'm so sorry for your pain. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. He was like, if you just give me a few months, I'm going to leave. I'm going to take care of the situation. All the while, I'm finding myself in this situation where I am becoming the chaser. Finding myself in a situation where sometimes he's not available. He's not answering his phone. Holidays will come around. He's not there. There was always an excuse. He's working, he's busy, he's tired, he's whatever it is. So then New Year's Eve of that year, he sends me a text after he left my house. And he says, the baby will be here within a month and it's mine. That's how I brought in the new year that year. Crying my eyeballs out. Heartbroken to the nth degree. Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't care how much a man spends on you. I don't care what he's telling you, the sob story that he's giving you, the excuses that he is rolling out for you on why he can't be with you. Because if he wanted to, he would. And if he would cheat on somebody else, no matter what their situation was like, then he will do the same thing to you. This man had a child and the child came out looking exactly like him. I don't think he ever thought it was anybody else's baby. I just think that was a lie. He was telling me to keep me strung along, and maybe he had a conscience that day. I don't know. But I can tell you that that was one of the greatest heartbreaks I ever experienced. God would never send you somebody else's husband as your soulmate. Okay? So it feels passionate. It feels strong. It feels like something you can't walk away from because it's not supposed to be. It's not because it's your soulmate or any romantic stories you're telling yourself. So Diva, if you're in this situation, first forgive yourself, release the shame, and walk away. I hope that helps.
7 reasons why you should not date a man that is already married. Number 1, he is lying to you. Oh yes. I don't care what Anansi's story him come and tell you say. Him come tell you say him wife not make him happy. Them are sleep in a separate room. They're just doing it for the kids. He's lying to you. He's lying to you. Maybe in that moment when he met you, they were going through some stuff. Maybe it's a case where them did go through a rough patch in their marriage and you just happen to come along the right time. And so in that moment they're venting to you, because it could be true. Maybe in that moment they must sleep in a separate room, all of that stuff. But somewhere along the line, what that man failed to tell you is that him and him wife reconcile and them gone back can put head on pillow every night. Well, that man failed to tell you it's a weekend, them and family and friends gonna spend time together, or them gone on date. So I don't care what story he's giving to you about his wife. And this also go for the female, the man them to what it married woman, but I'm really making this video specifically for the females who are getting caught up in these Anansi web of lies from married man. We're just telling you every and anything because they want to keep you as the other option or the outlet. So he's lying to you, sis. Number 2, you are settling for less than what you deserve. You don't believe that you deserve to be somebody's wife too. You don't believe that you deserve to have someone come home to you every single day of the week as well. You don't believe that you deserve for someone to choose you as the first option. You're settling for way less than what you deserve. And so if you feel like you have to put yourself in a compromising position just in the name of having a man, then why not stay single? Nothing is wrong with singleness. Nothing is wrong with me. See, some people kill up themselves, I run down marriage, I run for going in a relationship because they're afraid to stay alone. Absolutely nothing wrong with singleness. Learn to embrace that. Love yourself, love your own company. And when God ready, must send you the right one. But say, stop the settling. Stop sickle. Number 3, he will never leave his wife for you. Can we talk about it? That man that you're hoping and praying that one day he might go divorce his wife. Yeah man, one day we're not gonna run off into the sunset happily ever after. That man ain't leaving his wife for you. And sometimes worst case scenario, because I have seen this before, if that man wife find out about you, that man might disrespect you for his wife. In your face, that man I go choose his wife. He will never leave his wife for you. Even if him tell you say him put in the papers, don't even trust that, because them can withdraw. You understand? So he's never going to leave his wife for you, because a lot of times these men don't really want to leave their wives because they know what they have at home, or else they would never married her. Them know where they marry. Them know so that person where they marry, that person that them truly want to settle down with. They want to build a life with. They buy a house with. They buy a car with. They do all these things together with, because that's their future plan, right? And a lot of man, they ain't going through the process of divorce. So even though them tell you that and it sound good, you will see with time he's not going to leave his wife for you. And if it happened that they eventually divorce and you end up getting, say he didn't leave his wife for you, probably the wife they already gone already mentally. She just did check out and gone already. So it results in a divorce, because a lot of times the wives always take the first step and leave. So again, let me remind you, that married man ain't gonna leave his wife for you. I don't care what him tell you, what him show you. Him could have pay all your bills them and doing the most. is not leaving his wife. Number 4, what you do not know is that divorce is not a walk in the park. You see, it is so much easier to get married to someone. Like, it's so much easier to plan the wedding, walk down the aisle, all them nice, cute stuff there. But when you should go through the process of divorce, the legality aspect of it, it ain't a walk in the park. And a lot of time people just choose to stay together because when them think about the process, they must say, listen, the stress, the headache, the hustle, no. And sometimes if that man have a wife that decide that she's going to be vindictive, she's going to be difficult, she's going to make the divorce a hard process, it can be, yes, not a walk in the park. If she decide that she wants to fight him and take revenge, because you know some women, you know, they said that hell has no fury, like a woman scorn or something like that. You know, some woman, when they're hurting, when a woman is hurting, you know, when a woman is hurting, you know, you just don't want to deal with a hurt woman. You know, and a lot of times these women can make the divorce process very difficult for that man, especially if she realizes that he's leaving her for another woman. Sis, you do not want that smoke. You don't want that trouble. So divorce is not a walk in the park. It sounds easy, but it's a hard process to go through. Number 5, you're wasting your time. You are wasting your time because everything about that man belongs to his wife. His body, his assets, everything. It is written in the word of God. For this cause must the man leave his father and his mother and cling to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. In the sight of God, they're one flesh. They belong to each other. That is the covenant. And so you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time. At the end of the day, everything belongs to the wife. Number 6, what goes around comes back around. Whatever you plant, that you shall reap. Nature teaches us that. So let's say you successfully push up yourself and force up yourself, because you have someone is like that, you know. Them just weird. Like them have no dignity whatsoever, nothing. Like they have no self-respect. That's the word I'm looking for. They have absolutely no self-respect. And so even when they see and know that the man do not want to leave his wife, they will force and wiggle up themselves and try to go above and beyond and try to prove a point and try to compete and do the most, trying to take that man away from his wife. Let's say you successfully win. You get the man. You destroy the home and you feel like you win. Eventually, the same way you win him, you're gonna lose him. Because a man who would divorce his wife for another woman, like if he's gonna divorce her, let it be about their own personal issue, but because of another woman, let me tell you something, he will do the very same to you. That's a man you cannot tame. Okay? It's just a matter of time before him see somebody else and the same things and when did I tell you, him tell that person, so him can move on to the next. Why would you want to settle for that? And the last but not the least, number 7 reasons why you should never date a married man. Because Jehovah has said it. The Lord said we should not commit adultery. God, your creator, he said he hates divorce. And when we play a role in people getting divorced, when we play a role in destroying people's home, when we entertain sexual immoralities, we have to answer to the Lord. These are just 7 reasons I want to share with you today, my sisters, why you're not for date man, we're already in a covenant with another woman. God bless.
Being a side chick can be interesting. It can be adventurous, but at the same time, very challenging and dangerous. So the issues which come with dating married men. Of course, it is obvious when you're dating a married man, you will always come second in his life. These men know how to tell you sweet words like, you are so different. They come with a lot of love bombing and they make you to believe what they are saying. And of course, you will fall for it. So no matter how special he makes you feel, the reality is his wife comes first. His children come first if he has any. His reputation, home, and stability also come first in his life. And this means that if something goes wrong, you are very easy to dispose of, or you are so easy to be forgotten about. Yeah, which means that in this situation, love doesn't change the legal reality. Another issue with dating a married man or being a side chick is that that relationship will always be private or in secrecy. You will always be a secret, whereby you will not have any freedom. Like his wife said, who is legally married or officially married and known. So you may not have any public dates. You will never have holidays together, say Christmas, Easter, because he will always be with his family or his wife. Then you will also be limited on social media. He will always tell you, don't post anything about me and you on social media. You have heard that woman saying it. And then you are also limited to no meeting his friends or family members. Some of them can introduce you to a few or one friend, but you may find that they will not even introduce you like you are he's someone. To family members, it will be so hard to introduce you to them. However much you may pressurize them, they will always find a way of dodging, or they will always give you excuses like, let me first finish up with divorcing my wife, then I will introduce you as my wife. So just wait, just be patient, hold on. So that means that you don't get a full relationship, you just receive love in fragments. Dating a married man also has issues with being given false hope. Many married men always use phrases like, I'm going to leave her, just be patient. Then they will also assure you, like, you see, we live in separate rooms. She sleeps in her own room, I also sleep in my own room. That they are living together in one house, but in different rooms, and there is no intimacy, like there is no sexual intimacy between the two of them. Yeah, sometimes it can be true, but on rare occasions. If a man is a player, he will always give you such excuses just to get you or to keep you around. The marriage is already over, and then what are you doing there if it is over? By the way, these men will be bad-mouthing their wives, especially the immature men. They will tell you everything, even exaggerate things about their wives, talking bad things about their wives, which may not even be true, but just to get you, they will be telling you such words, which they know, of course, when they tell you, you will also believe them, and you will be having hope like, yes, I will be the official wife. Yes, he doesn't love her. It's me that he loves. They can also say things like, I'm just staying there for the kids because I love my kids so much and they are still young. So it's tough. It has its own issues. Yeah, so if he says that he is going to leave the woman, that is a lie. Because statistics says that most married men do not leave their wives. Instead, they just learn how to manage two lives. Yeah, dating a married man also comes with power imbalance. He controls when you are to talk to him. He also controls when to meet you or when you can meet him. He sometimes also controls where to meet. He's the one who tells you where you can meet him. He's the one who knows when the relationship ends in a pause or when it resumes. Especially if you're dating a man to take care of you, like paying for you bills, supporting you. These are the things that come with it. And yet with all that, you are expected to always be understanding, patient, flexible, while your needs are being postponed indefinitely. Then there is also emotional labor that is involved with dating a married man. And this emotional labor comes without any security or assurance. So just remember that you may support him emotionally, you may listen to his marital problems, he will always tell you what he is going through in his marriage, and you of course give him comfort when he is stressed. And yet for you, you receive no commitment, no protection, and no long-term guarantees. Then also dating a married man, you absorb the moral and social risks in a way that if the affair is exposed, the wife is seen as the victim. While for you, you are blamed, shamed, and isolated. And no one will understand, even if he's the one who pursued you. Society will always place bulk of the judgment on you. Self-esteem also slowly erodes. You heard there women saying that when you date a married man, just know that you will also be cheated on. This is very true. If he cheats with you, then he will also cheat on you. Though of course many women believe that he would not do that to them. In reality, cheating is always not about his wife. It's about his character and coping mechanism. So if secrecy is his solution to dissatisfaction, it will not stop him with you. Then of course, like you've heard some women saying, if you are a Christian and a real practicing Christian, dating a married man is not something that is encouraged within the Christian community or within the Christian teaching. When you date a married man, you may bring curses upon your life, you may bring curses upon yourself, and this may destroy your life for a very long period of time. Then married men, of course, come with dangers. You've heard a woman there saying how some other lady was unalive, or she was dating a married man, then his wife got to know what happened. Of course, she attacked the side piece or the side chick and took her life. So sometimes you date married men either knowingly or unknowingly. That's why it is advisable, find out, do some research on these people, especially with now social media. It's easy to find out whether someone is married or not married. So the truth is, dating a married man always gives illusion instead of commitment, attention instead of partnership, and then promises instead of plans. And if a man truly wanted to build a life with you, he wouldn't ask you to live in the shadows of someone else. I'll end this video here. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about being a side chick and also dating a married man? What is your experience, if you've ever been one, or if you've ever been the main wife? What is the experience if your man ever cheated on you and you found out? Hit that like button, subscribe if it is your first time here, or if you have not yet done so that you don't miss out interesting episodes like this one. Share this video if you found it interesting or helpful, and thank you so much for watching this video. Let's catch up in the next one.